From anime, comic books, movies, and even video games, the image of the giant mecha or giant robots has garnered quite the reputation within modern pop culture. Most, or if not all of us, are familiar with media like the Gundam series, the giant mecha featured in Power Rangers or Voltron, movies like Pacific Rim or the various Transformers franchises, and video games like the long-running Armored Core games. And if you're a super nerd like me, you could only imagine what it would be like in real life to be able to pilot or even see a giant mech or robot before your eyes. So to circle back to our earlier question, why hasn't something like this ever been attempted? But before we get into the science of building a giant mech robot, let's take a look at a bit of history just to see where exactly this idea of giant robots, or rather robotics in general, originates from. Upon deeper investigation, one would be surprised to find that the idea of robotics is actually quite an ancient one, with some of the earliest examples being the giant automaton called Talos, which in Greek myth guarded the island of Crete, as well as beliefs that the Greek god of metallurgy, Hephaestus, had designed and built various automata. Within Jewish folklore, there also exists the idea of golems, which to be fair aren't exactly automatons or robots, but more magical constructs created from physical materials like stones or clay and brought to life by sorcery, with the intent of serving either as protectors or to carry out certain tasks, but I do think they could still fit into the narrative of today's video as well, since these are often the goals behind constructing automatons or robots. Then there also exists the story within Jewish religious mythology of King Solomon, a figure featured in the Old Testament of the Bible as well as the Jewish Torah and Islamic Quran, who in his infinite wisdom was able to construct various robotic automatons to carry out different tasks at his command.